Today we're going to find out if it's a good idea to dropship from Banggood.com onto eBay. What's up? My name is Paul and I run a website called DropshippingTitans.com where I teach you how to start, run, and scale your very own profitable eBay dropshipping business. And up until now, the only suppliers I've used to dropship from are suppliers that are based here in the United States and have a really good reputation, websites like Walmart, Home Depot, and Amazon.com, for instance. But I get a lot of questions from people whether they should dropship from websites like Banggood, AliExpress, or DHgate.com. Now, the benefits of websites like these are that because they are cheaper items on those websites, you can get a higher margin for these items. In addition, they are really dropship friendly, and you can often get a discount on the items if you buy a lot of them. Now, the reason I've always avoided them is because I always had these ideas that all these items were coming from China, so that they had really long handling and shipping times, and I didn't want my customers on eBay to wait up to a month for their item to arrive. And because I always thought the websites were full of knockoff items. And when I mean knockoffs, I don't mean counterfeit items like fake Rolex watches. I mean, watches that look like Rolexes but don't have a Rolex label on them, so those are knockoffs. But those have always been my misconceptions. So today I'm willing to challenge some of these assumptions. I'm going to look at Banggood.com, and anytime I'm trying out a new supplier, what I always do is I order something from the website and have it shipped directly to me and see what the customer service experience is like. How long the handling time is, how long it takes to arrive, whether when I receive the item it has the price inside, just things like this, so I get a good idea of whether they are a good supplier to dropship from. So let's go into Banggood's website and check out what it looks like. So this is Banggood's website right here. I've already made an account, and looking on their homepage, I'm kind of surprised at just the big variety of items on here. I'd always just assumed that it was full of electronics, but I also see that they have tools, they have computer stuff for cars, home and garden, clocks, garden tools, fans, kitchen supplies, bathroom supplies, pet supplies. So really they have everything, which is something I never knew about them. But I do need to order something from here for myself, so I figured I would order something fun, something I really want. So I'm thinking about ordering a drone, because the thing is, here in New York City where I live, it's actually illegal to fly a drone. So it doesn't make sense for me to invest in a really expensive one. So I'm looking for just kind of a cheap one that would work. And I don't want one that's just junky. So I actually did some research on this beforehand, and I found a pretty cool idea, which are these little mini drones. These you could just kind of fly around your apartment. They're pretty fun. So those are called FPV drones. FPV stands for first person view, because what it is, it has a little camera in front. You put on goggles and it kind of simulates like you're inside the drone as it flies around, so to speak. So you put on a headset like this. So let's try to find a good one that might be fairly inexpensive. But the first thing I want to do here is actually see if I can filter by US warehouse. So if I click on that, right away I'm going to see that all of these ones now are shipping from the United States. So right away, one of my assumptions about Banggood is incorrect, because you can buy stuff from US warehouses, like all these items coming from US warehouses. That really changes my perception of what you can buy on here. The other thing that I notice is that going through the website, let's just go back for a minute, even though there are a lot of knockoff items, like for instance, if you look up something like AirPods, which are those wireless Apple headphones, you're gonna see that there are a ton of knockoffs. Maybe you have to search for wireless earbuds. So if you search for those, you're gonna see Yeah, like these. These are kind of what the earbuds look like, but these are obviously knockoffs. They're not pretending to be Apple products, but they're clearly imitating the earbuds or AirPods, whatever they're called. So yeah, like I said, this is full of a lot of knockoff items, but you see there's also very original ones here too. Like, these aren't pretending to be Apple products. These are just earbuds that exist that are Bluetooth and wireless. So kind of a mix here. I kind of assumed that Banggood was full of knockoffs, but that doesn't seem to be the case. There are definitely some knockoffs, as we see here, but not all of them are. And just because it's a knockoff doesn't mean it's a bad item. This one's still got good reviews. So let's go back to my search for a cool little drone toy. And I've limited it to US warehouses. And I also want something that has good reviews and a lot of feedback. So, and a lot of purchases. So right here, this item has full stars, almost full stars, over 1,100 reviews. So that looks promising to me. Let's check that out. Yeah, so if you come down here, it shows the product details and shipping and payment, return policy and reviews. So I'll click on reviews. You'll see that there are a lot that are not in English, but some of them are, and people seem to like this. They say, muy bien, good product, very good product. Let's see what else people say about it. Very good, flies great, but get extra batteries. Okay, maybe I'll do that. Good suggestion. Okay, so yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's see what the price is like. You can order it either from the US or from China, but I'm gonna order it from the US. Costs a little more, but I'll get it quicker. And it's telling me to select a mode, so I can get it with goggles for almost $70 or without goggles for $40. I want to get it with goggles, so I get these goggles so when you put those on, you can actually get the first person view. So yeah, it's gotten good reviews. It's shipping from the United States. So this is the one I'm going to order. So I will go ahead and buy it right now. Okay, during the checkout process, I discovered that it actually costs money to ship the item. It was $5 or almost $5. And going through the website, I see that some items get free shipping, but a lot of them charge for shipping. So you will have to include that in the price if you decide to drop ship from them. But the good news is that I did find lots of coupons for Banggood. On this website, for instance, I found 8% off site-wide in US warehouses, and I used this coupon and it worked. So that's something else that you want to keep in mind, that there are lots of coupons here for Banggood. So hopefully I will see you in about a week or so with the new drone. I can show you what the package looks like and whether it's a good product. In the meantime, if you want to subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up, otherwise I will see you in a couple of weeks. All right, guys, so it's now July 30th and the package has arrived. So to give you a quick timeline of what happened here, I ordered this product on July 24th. The very next day, on July 25th, I got an email saying it shipped out. I'm here in New York. I was told it shipped out from New Jersey, and I was given a tracking number. But a couple of days later, when I went to track it, I noticed nothing was coming up. They said it was DHL. So I chatted into Banggood. It's very easy to open up a chat. You just scroll down to the bottom of any page, click on Contact Us, and there's a live chat function so you can chat with them. They were super helpful. They showed me that this item was actually shipped out via USPS. I know DHL and USPS sometimes they like work interchangeably, so I'm not really sure how that works, to be honest. So maybe it was misunderstanding on my part, but regardless, they got me the right tracking number. It showed it was on its way, and now today, July 30th, it has arrived. So let's take a look at the package and see what it looks like, see if it really has any Banggood logos on it or if there's an invoice inside. Okay, so I have some bad news. I'm in the process of editing this video, or gathering all the videos together so that they can be edited. And I've noticed that I've lost the video of me unboxing this product. So I don't have a video of it, but I did actually take a picture of it. So this is what it looked like. It was just a plain white box. It didn't say Banggood on it anywhere. And once you open it up, there was no invoice inside or nothing else indicating it came from Banggood. So it is really cool that this was completely a blind dropship. But let's look at the actual product now and see how well the actual drone works. Okay, so I've been playing with this thing for like 2 hours now, and I've determined that it flies up, it flies down, it flies left and right, but it does not fly forward and backwards, and I can't figure out why, so I think it's a busted one. So I'm going to contact Banggood and try to figure out if I can return this for a new one. So it's been 2 weeks now, but the issue is finally resolved. So let's go into my computer so I can show you exactly what happened and why this took so long to get a resolution. So if you remember, the item arrived on July 30th, and I sent an email out that same day letting them know that the item was broken. So on August 1st, and I got this email from them in the middle of the night, they said, "Thank you for your order. Please provide us with a photo of the shipping label and a video reflecting the problem as you said." Thought that was a little strange about a video, but they sent this link here, and if you open up the link, you'll see that according to their guarantees, which is not in English, I'll translate this. If there's any sort of issues with something like this, I have to send a video proving that it's broken. So I did do that. I made a little video, uploaded it to YouTube, and sent it to them. And I did that the same day. So I did that on August 1st, I think. Yes. Then I received a response from them the next day, again in the middle of the night. And they said, "Could you please do the following steps? Check if the propeller blades are on backwards and change the position of the motor." What? I don't even know what that means. So looking at this thing, you can't put the propellers on backwards, not that I know of. I mean, yeah, they come off, but you can't, there's no other way to put them on. So thought that was a little strange. And then they're asking about the position of the motor, which am I supposed to take this apart and put the motor on the other way? So I was kind of confused by that. They also said to reset the remote control, which I of course did several times. And then they said, work the drone. I don't know what that means. So I sent back an email saying, I tried everything you suggested, for the most part, and it still does not fly forward or backwards. And I said, I have a friend who is an expert at these and says it is definitely broken. Not sure if it's the drone or the controller. I would like a replacement. And when I say a friend, I was just talking to someone online who has the same drone, and they said this is a common issue with this drone. So chances are the controller is broken when I described the problem. So that was August 2nd. Then that same night, they responded saying, "Thank you for your email. We can refund you $20 and you find a store to fix it. Is that acceptable?" And I wasn't really sure if that was acceptable because I didn't know if this could be fixed. So I did go to a store, believe it or not, that specializes in RC toys. And they said that no, it could not be fixed because they don't know this company, they don't have replacement parts for it, so it can't be fixed. And the problem they also said was that this drone is connected to the controller, and it's like a closed system, so even if you buy a new controller, it won't work with this drone. Each drone is specialized to each controller, so you need a whole new set. So I explained that to them, that we couldn't fix it. They responded actually 3 days later. It took them 3 days to respond. And they said, okay, well, we can either refund you $35, and remember this thing cost me $60 after I used my coupon, and $35 wasn't really acceptable because I would still have a broken drone. I mean, I would be out pretty much 30 bucks for that. Or the other option was pay them $18 for them to reship me a new one. And again, I don't understand why I would have to pay for them to ship me out a new item when the original one arrived broken. So I told them that both of those were unacceptable, that I didn't want to, I didn't want a broken item. I wanted a new one, and $35 wouldn't be enough to cover that. So then they responded saying, okay, what about if you pay $12 to reship it? And I said, again, it's the same exact scenario. I don't want to pay anything to have it shipped back to get a new one, because it's not my fault it broke. So what I ended up doing was going back onto Banggood's website. And if you remember, there were two options for this little drone. There was one with headphones and one without headphones, what's the thing called? Goggles. So the one without goggles was actually $38.99. And actually at the time it was even cheaper. So with tax and shipping, it came out to a little under $45. So I said, if you refund me $45, then I can buy it without the goggles, and the goggles I have still work, so that would be acceptable. So that is what we ended up doing. It took us almost 2 weeks to resolve that, and before I actually received the new item, but I have received it finally, and let's see if now this one works. Okay, so one of the things I forgot to say is that unfortunately, when I opened up the second package for this item, it actually did come with an invoice, unlike the first one. So this one actually has not only the item, but also the price of it on there. You probably can't see it, but it is on there, unfortunately. So even though the first one didn't include an invoice, this one does. But let's see how it flies. All right, it flies forward and backwards, finally. Oh gosh, I'm gonna crash it. Whoa! Oh no. All right, so it definitely works. Just a little bit of a user error. Otherwise, it seems to be working fine. So before I give you my final opinion on Banggood.com and whether it's a good idea to dropship from them or not, I want to show you a little more of their dropship program inside Banggood. So here I am on their website. I signed up for the dropship program yesterday. I was approved very quickly. If I hover over where it says my name after I log in, click on Dropship Center, it actually has this whole center for you. And immediately I see my level is pre-VIP. That means I get a 5% discount on every order. And as you order more items, that discount goes up 7%, 10%, and then as high as 20% per order. So a lot of potential there to save a lot of money on these items. And the other cool thing is that there's so much built into this. So for instance, you can actually list items from Banggood directly onto eBay using this program. I haven't tried it myself, but I looked at a YouTube video showing how it works. I don't think it works as well as some of the listers that we pay for, but it is built in there. They also will pull all your orders for you from eBay to make it very easy to fulfill the orders. And then you can see all these reports about how much money you're making, how much money you've spent on Banggood through the dropshipping program. So this is really cool that this is all built into it, making it very clear that they are very dropship friendly. Okay, so what are my final thoughts on Banggood as a dropship supplier? Well, on the one hand, there's so much to love about them, and I really want to love them as a dropship supplier. You can dropship from them, they encourage it, they like it. You can actually use them as a listing software, it's built in. They have order management built in. They're really dropship friendly, and they'll give you discounts as you order more items. So lots to love there. And the second item that I ordered came really quickly, no issues with it, great product. But there's still that first item, and that was a terrible customer service experience. It took me 2 weeks to get that resolved. That is just unacceptable, especially on eBay. You know, if I'm ordering something on Banggood, it's one thing. I kind of expect it to be something like that, not really a very easy process or very streamlined. But on eBay, you know, customers aren't going to like it if you ask them to send you a video of the problem. They're not going to do it, and you're going to lose that case or that return case if you try to get them to do that. It's just not something that a customer is going to do there. So I'm not really happy about that. I'm also not thrilled that the second one came with the invoice, but again, the first one didn't, so it's not a huge deal there, not a deal breaker. I think what I have to do is start with products. If I am going to use Banggood, start with products that don't have as many issues with them. So something like a drone probably wasn't the best idea because these things have so many little parts that so many little things can go wrong. But if you pick an item that's not as fragile, so to speak, I think you'll have better luck with it. And again, just make sure you use US warehouses and that you check the reviews to make sure it's a good item. So still a little split here. I can't recommend them 100%. I say that you can go into it cautiously. Maybe just do a few items and see how it works. I don't think I'm going to do it for now because I have a couple other projects going on, but eventually I might start using Banggood if I find the right products. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below letting me know, do you use Banggood as a supplier or do you use other websites like AliExpress or DHgate? I'm ordering products from those websites as well, seeing what the customer service experience is like from those websites, and I'll make other videos about that as well, kind of part of this series. So if you don't want to miss those videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. At least we know it's sturdy.